Hello class, this is your instructor Sherry Ojigatu and I will be going over the wrap-up session. First, I will review the final project presentation so you have a clear understanding of what you will be submitting on June 21st. Then I will provide some take-home concepts and we'll finish off with a bonus. So to start, let's review the pharmacy software project presentation. Throughout the term, you have been asked to research 2 software packages for community pharmacy. Now it's time to make your presentation to the directors. So to set up the scenario for you, you are presenting the 2 software packages that you have been researching to directors. Pitch both packages to the directors, and at the end, you should state which package the directors should select for their pharmacy. You should understand a little background on what the directors want and are in charge of. They want to implement one software package in their community pharmacy that fills approximately 550 prescriptions a day. The pharmacy averages $85,000 in expired drugs a year, which is a lot. The manager is interested in how automation can reduce the amount of drugs that are expiring. So your report should contain the names of the software vendors, and costs of the software packages. Answer the question, would developing a system tailored to the pharmacy be a better option than purchasing a commercially available system? If so, what is the cost and how does it compare to other systems? What are the costs of implementation and monthly maintenance? And provide an overall comparison of both software packages and include your opinion as to which package is the best selection. The software packages you selected must include a point of sale to control inventory and meet all HIPAA compliance regulation. Try to keep everything I have mentioned in mind when working through your report, because it should include details that would interest the directors. Now, I just want to explain the structure of this, so make sure you take note. Type out your presentation in Microsoft Word. Do not use PowerPoint for this assignment. Treat this like a research report. Include a title and reference page. It should be 3 to 5 pages in length and free of spelling and grammatical errors, which is key. Even when you submit all your assignments, it should be pretty much clear spelling and grammatical errors. But I understand if something creeps through. Use APA formatting for in-text citations and your reference page. Just as a reminder, did a little screenshot of the resources tab, which is available to you. So if you're not up on the APA formatting, this would be a great opportunity to go to your resource tab and check out the APA Citation Online Academic Guide and other available resources. Some other reminders: make sure to reread your work and have someone else read it over before final submission. Please use spell check. This is your friend. Keep this in mind always. And just also keep in mind, this is your last paper for the semester, and then you'll be done with the course. Now I would like to provide some tips for when you graduate. First and foremost, you need to be licensed as a pharmacy technician to even be back in the pharmacy. Apply as soon as possible. You should be familiar with your state's regulation and licensure. Most states require that you get PTCB certified to get your license or to keep your license. Be aware of what your state requires. So, for example, I know for Illinois, you can apply to get your pharmacy technician license, but you have a certain time period, and I believe right now they give you either 1 to 2 years to get PTCB certified. If you fail to get PTCB certified, you will lose your license. So they will suspend your license and you won't be able to work in the pharmacy. This is just FYI. Make sure you understand this. So getting to the next point, when you start applying for jobs, when seeking out a job, know what you are looking for. Do you want to work in a community/retail, hospital, mail order, geriatric, or nuclear setting? If you have an idea of where you want to work, then research what that job requires. Know what you're getting into before you apply and interview. Most of all, highlight what you know and your knowledge in the pharmacy. You went to school for something, so I'm just saying, show it. So now it's time for bonus time. So I'm just trying to provide some extra information for you and opportunity to earn some extra points if you need it. So you are to answer the following 10 multiple choice questions. There is only one answer per question. Each question is worth 1 point each, so you can earn a total of 10 points. Submit your answers to me via email no later than June 16th, 11:59 p.m. And most of all, work on this assignment on your own. Just to warn you, failure to not answer all 10 questions will result in a 0. Failure to not submit your answers on time will result in no points being awarded. Meaning, if you submit this via email to me at 12 a.m. on June 17th, you will not get bonus points. So I'm just laying it down. No excuse. You just have to start working on it. And before we start, a little FYI, these questions do not pertain to pharmacy software automation and billing. These questions are practice for when you get to the point to take the PTCB exam. I'm making you all think outside the box for these points. So let's just get started. So not to delay any further, here we go. First question. An example of an H2 receptor blocker is A. Pepsid, B. Lamotil, C. Chlortrimeton, or D. Prilosec. Two, the first federal drug law was the A. Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, B. Durham-Humphrey Amendment, C. Pure Food and Drugs Act, and D. Kefauver-Harris Amendment. Number 3, HIPAA requires that A. All Medicaid patients are offered counseling by a pharmacist, B. All patients receive counseling by a pharmacist, C. All patients are offered counseling by a pharmacist, or D. Privacy rules are observed for protected health information. Four, what is the drug classification for silver sulfadiazine? Is it A. Gastrointestinal agent, B. Antineoplastic, C. Electrolytic agent, or D. Dermatological agent? Five, insulin is routinely administered by what route? Is it A. Intravenous, B. Subcutaneous, C. Intradermal, or D. Intramuscular? Keep in mind for this question, it says what route it is routinely administered. So this is referring to patients who have to take their insulin at home. How do they administer it to themselves? Six, who requires drug manufacturers to perform bioequivalency studies on their products before they are approved for marketing? Is it A. United States Pharmacopeia, B. FDA, C. DEA, or D. AMA? Seven, an unexpected adverse effect to a drug the first time it is given to a patient is considered what type of reaction? A. Autoimmune, B. Anaphylaxis, C. Hypersensitivity, or D. Idiosyncrasy. A. Which of the following medications is classified in DEA Schedule 3? Is it A. Percodan, B. Percocet, C. Vicodin, or D. Valium? 9. The federal agency associated with the Controlled Substance Act is the A. ASHP, B. DEA, C. Treasury Department, or D. FDA. And last question, number 10. An IV is set to deliver 30 drops per minute. What is the infusion rate in milliliters per hour if there are 15 drops per milliliter? Is it A. 30 milliliters per hour, B. 40 milliliters per hour, C. 120 milliliters per hour, or D. 270 milliliters per hour? Alright, so I pretty much gave you some work to do if you so choose to do it. It is your option if you would like to earn some extra points in the class. You will not get penalized, so if you don't get 1 or 2 or 3 not correct when you try, I will not deduct points. This is purely for you to try to earn more points. And once you email it in by Sunday, June 16th, I will add in the points where you do need them added, and I will reply back to you by email so you know how many points you earned as extra points. I know this is a shortened time period in which I'm requesting you to submit this. Instead of giving you 1 week, I'm giving you, only today being Tuesday, I'm pretty much only giving you 6 days to get this completed back to me. But since this is a time crunch, and for me to be able to actually add the grades in and continue grading current assignments and keep you up to date on your grading status, I'm making this a requirement. So like I said, this is not a requirement for you to do. This is just an option if you so choose to do it. But at this point, I will let you get started on getting that done. And if you have any questions or concerns, please contact me. Have a great evening.